Oh my God. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, absolute madness is taking place. Absolute madness is lined up for the last day, Judgment Day. Judgment Day, that's what I call it. This is where, oh my God, chaos is upon us. Definitely, this is Judgment Day, the final day. The season finale is all set up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin. Mad results took place overnight. Nottingham Forest beat West Ham, and they are still just a point away from us. They're on 65 points. Manchester City, they've got a game in hand against Bournemouth, so they've got to play. And then in the final day, I believe they're away to Fulham. So you just never know, Manchester City, where their morale is going to be off the back of losing against, Crystal Palace in the FA Cup. By the way, if you haven't seen that video, do give that a watch. I've just dropped that video in regards to Crystal Palace. Oliver Glasner has done a madness. Oliver Glasner's Crystal Palace are FA Cup champions. That's the latest video there. Do give that a watch. That's on Ms. TV, Total Football. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. You guys have given a lot of love for the last video, which was Liverpool's title challenge preparation with Frimpong to Liverpool done deal, and many others they're looking to cook with. Coming back to this, I mean, wow. Nottingham Forest beating West Ham. I was hoping that they would drop points, and now they've won. And it all comes down to this final day. Nottingham Forest at their home ground, ladies and gentlemen. Us needing a win. Nottingham Forest needing a win. Both of us needing a win. This is going to be a fight of colossal nature. Colossal nature. Aston Villa winning as well during this week against Spurs. That was on the same time as our game. They've got a final game against Man United, which I'm pretty sure Man United will be obliged, very much obliged, to open up their legs and allow Aston Villa to repeatedly do whatever they want to do with them. So Aston Villa, I'm pretty sure, will go to 69 points. Newcastle, ladies and gentlemen, overnight have lost to Arsenal away from home. Huge result for Arsenal. Arsenal cemented their position in the number 2nd position. Once again, Arsenal second. Big up to all the Arsenal fans out there. Be happy with second. This is all you guys have been doing in recent times. Newcastle had an opportunity to go forward, but they didn't. They lost to Arsenal 1-0 away from home. Yes, it's a tough fixture, but Newcastle are also 66 points. Chelsea, 66 points. Goal difference is the only thing that's separating us and Newcastle. Aston Villa, 66 points. Man City, 65 points. Nottingham Forest, 65 points. Don't forget, Man City got a game against Bournemouth, which I feel like Man City could lose. Man City could definitely lose that. Apparently, ladies and gentlemen, Bournemouth, and we'll come back to Nuno Espirito Santo. Apparently, Bournemouth and Fulham still have something to play for. I had no idea. This is coming from CFC Daily. Why Bournemouth and Fulham still have something to play for. 8th place scenarios. How 8th place can qualify for Europe. How can they qualify for Europe? Well, like this. Chelsea finished 7th and win Conference League, which definitely is a scenario that can happen, as Newcastle would finish top 6, or Chelsea finish 6th and win Conference League and Newcastle finish 7th, because Newcastle won the Carabao Cup. They're through to the Conference League. If we win the Conference League, we're through to Europa League, then another Conference League position opens up. And if Newcastle finish 7th, look, madness, which means Bournemouth and Fulham can still have something to play for. This is what Nuno Espirito said. I don't know what this is about. Race for Champions League position or percentages. We got 56%. At one point, we had 20%. This is what Nuno Espirito Santo had to say, ladies and gentlemen. The City ground, another big boost for us. It's going to be bouncing. Oh, my days. Look. Incredible. This last day is going to be a complete warfare. Look, I just hope our team, one win. That's all that is needed. Yes, it's not easy. It's much easier said than done. And obviously, it's not going to be easy away from home at the City home ground. I don't know what our record is like over there. I believe it's probably not the greatest. City, Nottingham Forest. So Nottingham Forest, They've been good all throughout the season. Where we had the blip in the middle, they were actually powering through, and they've had the blip at the end where we've sort of somewhat picked up at the end to turn things around for ourselves. Look, I just hope Callum Hudson-Odoi Yeah, just like last match against Man United, Mason Mount. I hope once again Chelsea player doesn't put the dagger in our back. Callum Hudson-Odoi, he's had a okay-ish season for Nottingham Forest, and the one to probably look out for is Morgan Gibbs-White. He's been doing really well. You just know it's going to be a raucous atmosphere. I hope our players are up for it. I hope our players, they don't crumble the way we did against Newcastle at their home ground just a match day ago, where in the first 15 minutes we looked like we were rocked. And then, obviously the red card didn't help. And in the second half, we had a much better outing. I just hope that against Nottingham Forest, we're there from the get-go, from minute one. Not having a striker is not going to be doing us any favor. I believe they have a injury issue with Murillo. I don't know whether he's out for the rest of the season. We'll see that. That's a big problem for them. I believe it happened against West Ham. But look, ladies and gentlemen, this is the permutation. City versus Bournemouth, which I think Bournemouth, it is at City home ground. So I guess that's the advantage of Manchester City. Bournemouth, you never know, man. They've been cheeky this season. Forest versus Chelsea, Man United, Villa, who I think Villa can do the job. Newcastle, Everton, you never know. You'd back Newcastle at St. James's Park, 100%, but you just never know. Some of these Premier League teams, as I've said, they're absolute jutes. Fulham versus Manchester City in the final day as well, where Fulham, they've got something on the line. Chelsea need 3 points, but if Villa don't win, 1 point. If Newcastle lose, 1 point. Look, I'm hoping Man United at Old Trafford, can you do something? This is going to be post-Europa League. Don't know where their mood is going to be. If Man United win the Europa League, maybe they might be all drunk. Even if they don't win the Europa League, they just might not care. So the bottom line is I don't think they're going to care too much about that Villa game at Old Trafford. Newcastle, Everton, can Everton do something? Maybe not. So we're going to have to expect that all of those teams, Villa, Newcastle, they're probably going to win. We need to do our business. If we don't beat Forest and we end up dropping points, whether it's a draw or a loss, I feel Villa's going to win. I do feel Villa's going to win. So it's going to be one mad situation, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what else is popping off. These are just some of the news in regards to Arsenal game. Let's go to PYS. Yeah, the final day. We're gonna be streaming. We're gonna be streaming from the get-go. We're gonna ramp it up on the final day because it's gonna be a madness. João Felix has scored for AC Milan. Hallelujah! Thank you very much, João Felix, for scoring something for AC Milan. A bit too late. City play Tuesday. This is insane. Yeah, the way this is all worked out, it's chaotic. Final day. It has gone all the way to final day. Enzo Fernandez has played through the last 2 games suffering from conjunctivitis. So hopefully his eye is going to be better. You can see his left or his right eye looks a little bit strange over there. So he must be playing with a bad eye. Is that a reason for his lack of performance in the last game, especially the one before that wasn't that bad? Victor Gyökeres, 39 goals in 34 games in Portuguese league this season for Victor Gyökeres, winning the title once again with Sporting. Another mad story. Look at that physique. This guy's a machine, man. He's going to be going in the Premier League or somewhere big, that's for sure. Is it going to be us? Most probably not. I wish it was us, but most probably not. We're going to get to all of this Strasbourg news sometime tomorrow, so don't worry about that. Azpilicueta is leaving Atletico Madrid, and out of respect for Chelsea, will return to Premier League to play for. Will not return to the Premier League to play for any other English club, coming from Fabrizio Romano. Big up to Azpilicueta. But now, ladies and gentlemen, that is the latest. I want to just quickly let you know, if you have missed out, do subscribe to Miz TV Total Football Crystal Palace video. That's up there live right now. So do give that a watch. Crystal Palace FA Cup champions. That's a nice little video for you guys to check out as well. Do give that a watch. But yeah, mad final day coming up. Judgment day coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Can Chelsea do it? I'm hoping we can. I am hoping we can. Let's go. Let's go for the final day. Smash up the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, take care. See ya.